Okay.
Hi everybody, it's Bob and Ming, and we're speaking to you today about the iScan Connect product for digital mailroom, electronic post scanning for legal firms and the legal sector. Today we'll be showing you how we capture documents, legal documents, and in this specific case it will be for iManage worksite. So we'll be taking documents from and extracting data and uploading these straight into iManage. Now the reasons why go to a digital mailroom, I mean a lot of you probably already know this, but it's worth reiterating some of the drivers that make this a good case for actually making digital records from a mailroom environment. So obviously there's a government compliance and regulatory obligations that you have, and also retention periods. So obviously certain documents have to be kept for certain times, so the best way of managing these is to put them into a back-end system like iManage, which manages these for you. Again, there's business efficiency gains. You can search for documents, share documents. It's easy to access a digital document from a back-end system such as iManage, and it is to actually try and find a paper copy and share that between you all. So it's aligning business processes, so business intelligence. It's actually combining records together and sharing these. Obviously cost-wise, it's obvious in some of those savings. There's the storage costs, there's no paper anymore, and the physical data of actually getting data back and forth from things, so no one having to get up and find documents, no filing cabinets taking up space where you could have more people working. And I guess some of the other drivers really are, you know, it removes the user confusion. If there's one main copy that people should be working from, that makes better decision making. And it's easier to distribute, send documents around law firms via digital images than it is to keep sending paper around. So the aim of this is to show you how iScan and iScan Connect can actually make document capture easy, because what you want is you want your staff to be able to have this as an easy process. It's not the most fun job, so you want to make this as easy as possible. You want the fastest and most cost-effective method to digitize documents and try and get as much data from the document as you possibly can at the point of entry into something like a multifunctional device or scanner, or even via email, because it's actually from a digital emitter to extract that data. And our aim is to provide the tools that the customers need to make this happen, and obviously back this up with great support and service for you all. So that's a brief introduction of iScan for digital mailroom and the iManage backend that we'll be scanning into. So Ming now will give you a product demonstration of how this document capture, digital mailroom capture, works. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Okay, so as Bob's mentioned, I'll take you through a brief product demonstration of how iScan Connect is able to extract information, run different workflows to extract metadata, and then push that information and the documents into iManage. So what you can see at the moment is our job button interface. Is a kind of dashboard where for each job that you want to create, or for each workflow, there will be a job button. So what we'll go through is a couple of these. Firstly, the first one will be a barcode scanning scenario. So there are many uses of barcodes and different applications of barcodes where we can have a barcode cover sheet to identify where the document needs to go. We could have a barcode cover sheet to identify a matter, a client, a project number. So like I said, various applications of a barcode. The barcode could be a cover sheet, or it could be a barcode on the physical document. So what we've prepared earlier is a document with some of these barcode cover sheets, and all that we're using for the barcodes is a client name. And within our iManage environment, we have the corresponding client names as workspaces. So we've got one for Telstra, one for Macquarie, one for PHP, and a folder within, just the documents folder, where these corresponding documents will go to. So these type of barcode jobs are great because they're automated, or they can be automated. And here we're going to just profile the document, which will extract the barcode value. And then we will do a lookup into iManage and store the document into the relevant workspace. In terms of naming convention for the description, we're giving it a default file name. So if I go into the environment and refresh this folder, you can see here we've saved the document. We've just called it the client name and scanned on today's date. Once it's in the system, the users can rename the documents if need be, but it's just a way to show you how we can automatically and efficiently save a document into iManage. Okay, and here's the document. In terms of text searchable PDF, this is something that we could do as well. Okay, so going back into this job button interface, I'll go into page 2. So there are multiple pages, or you can set up multiple jobs for multiple pages. And what we'll show you now is the ability to scan a document, and using our discovery technology, we're going to try and identify a unique reference number. Typically, it will be a matter number in a law firm, which is on the document itself. So think about scanning in the mailroom, and you'll have correspondence going in and out of the organization. Typically, that matter number or a matter number is stated on the document, and it could be anywhere on the document, but it is stated on the document itself. So here we're using a matter number, which is 6 digits, 3 characters, and 3 characters. So it's a unique number, and using discovery, we can search the whole page for this unique matter number. It could also be on the second page of the document, or you could be anywhere on the document. We're still able to search for it. Okay, so using that technology, we'll now process the document. As you can see here, it's picked up the matter number, and I'm going to manually define the document name in this case. So we've got some nice tools that is able to do that. So here we'll use our lasso tool to dynamically draw a zone, and we'll OCR that part of the page for you. Okay, so once we're finished with this process, we'll create a text searchable PDF and upload the document into the correct workspace. Now I'm actually running a second notification as well. So what iScan Connect can do is shoot off a notification email to the responsible partner or the fee earner, and this will send the iManage link to that responsible person. So then I'll show you afterwards the email notification coming through, and how to access that document. Here on the left-hand side, with the black page, that's just defining when the document starts and stops. So when we're scanning through multi-page documents, so typically you would want to scan a whole batch of documents, not just a single page at a time or single document at a time. All we do is insert a physical black page in between our correspondence, and that defines the stop and start of the document. Now on the first job that we ran with the barcodes, the barcode would do the exact same thing as well. The barcode will act as a separator page. Okay, so we're finishing off here, finding the last matter number. And that document gets submitted into iManage. So coming into my Outlook, we should get some notifications coming through. Okay, as you can see here, we've got a link to the document which we can open up. And this should actually open up the very last document. As you can see here document ID 4784, and this is the document that we just uploaded into iManage. In terms of the documents in iManage themselves, you can see here within the workspace folders those documents. Okay, what I'll do is run through one more job to illustrate pretty much the same thing, but it's a fully automated scanning scenario using the exact same document as before. So here again on the left hand side you can see we've got a whole batch of documents, a black page signifying the stop, the end of the document. And instead of manually naming the document here, we'll just give it a default date timestamp name. Now the benefit of this is it can run in a completely unassisted environment, and if there is any case that potentially the matter number is not picked up or the workspace doesn't exist for that matter number, we can actually move the documents which have caused an error into what we call an exceptions queue, and that exceptions queue can be processed at a later stage. Okay, so that's gone through, and we should have a second document within each of these folders. Okay, so this pretty much covers the product demonstration for today. We just wanted to make sure, make it quick and easy, both to use the software and obviously get the documents into the backend system, and which is iManage in this case. So I'll go back to Bob and he'll finish off.
Thank you, Ming. All right, thanks very much for that. And yeah, so basically to finish off now is just to go over what we've just been shown. So basically the ITEC Connect process of iScan for digital mailrooms is the, and this is a process that we've just followed. And so to just recap on the demonstration, is to, as you say, it's a reduced amount of time physically handling paper. You can see that this can go through a capture device, and we are able to automate and capture and automate the data from these to make it such that there's less indexing and time spent actually physically taking information from the legal documents. In the mailroom environment, you can batch it into a capture device, and then we can automate the process of sending these into the right folders within iManage. That is the integrate piece, so it's out of the box. The connectors there's no extra connectors. They exist within the iScan, the product. iManage works out, obviously eDocs and Microsoft SharePoint could be used by legal firms as well. We have the connectors for these out of the box as well. So what you've seen is the scan, capture, automation and integration. That is the ITEC scan process. And the value of this for any legal firm is that obviously you can see it's got a tangible ROI, the basic and not moving paper around, the storage savings, not handling paper. It's easy to use. You can see there's a button at the front that you can actually just click on, and the automated process is always in the background. You get a confirmation by email that it's actually happened, but you don't need to see what we've just seen today. There's no customization, there's no coding with it. It's all out of the box and configurable. So even an IT department who needs to grow even into different areas within from a mailroom, so maybe the mailroom then has to do invoice capture, accounts payable. It's something that internally or using ITEC you can actually manage quite easily. It's modular in design, so all the bits you see, so same, you don't want the discovery module where we're automatically looking on the second or third page for the matter number. We can, and you just want the barcode piece, that's fine. If you want to add the discovery module on, you can afterwards if your paperwork changes or a different department comes on board. So it's flexible in that way. And the key thing is we are at ITEC not worried if you scan 1,000 pages or 100,000 pages. There's no volume charges involved. So thank you for your time. I hope that proved useful, and any questions, please send them through to ITEC. Thank you very much for your time.